Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. What if the story you thought was just another on-screen romance was actually hiding something real? Dilraba, Dilmurat and Chen Feiyu, two of the most talked about names in Chinese entertainment, are suddenly at the center of a storm fans didn't see coming. Subtle glances, unexpected interactions, and moments that feel too real to be scripted. Are we witnessing the rise of a new power couple? It started quietly, almost too quietly for something this explosive. Dilraba, Dilmurat, global icon, fashion queen, and one of the most influential actresses in C-drama history. Every move she makes trends instantly. Every project she touches becomes a phenomenon. And Chen Feiyu, the rising star with undeniable charisma, often called one of the most promising actors of his generation. Two different worlds, suddenly crossing paths in ways fans couldn't ignore. At first, it was just industry overlap. Events, award shows, a few shared moments captured by cameras. But then, something shifted. Fans began noticing patterns. Not just coincidence but timing. The way Chen Feiyu's gaze seemed to linger just a little longer when Dilraba was nearby. The way Dilraba, usually composed and distant in public settings, appeared softer, almost caught off guard. Clips started circulating across platforms Weibo, TikTok, even international fandom spaces. And just like that, a spark turned into speculation. And then came the behind-the-scenes whispers. Staff members reportedly noticing a different kind of chemistry. Not loud, not obvious, but present. The kind that doesn't need words. The kind that exists in silence, shared looks, subtle smiles, unspoken understanding. What made this even more intense was how unexpected it felt. Dilraba has always been incredibly private about her personal life. Despite countless rumors over the years, she has maintained a distance that keeps fans guessing but never confirming. Meanwhile, Chen Feiyu's past headlines have often been dramatic, but this felt different. Softer. More genuine. And that's exactly why fans are divided. Some are convinced this is real. Others believe it's just another industry illusion, carefully curated moments designed to build hype. But the truth is, the more people try to explain it, the more mysterious it becomes. Because if this is just acting, why does it feel so real? And just when fans thought they had seen everything, something happened that pushed this rumor into an entirely new level. Which brings us to the moment that changed everything. It wasn't a grand confession. There was no official statement. Just a moment. A single interaction that fans now call the turning point. During a recent public appearance, cameras caught Dilraba and Chen Feiyu in what seemed like an ordinary exchange. But when slowed down, analyzed frame by frame, it told a completely different story. The eye contact lasted longer than expected. Chen Feiyu leaned in slightly, not enough to draw attention, but enough to feel intentional. Dilraba's expression shifted just for a second. A small, almost imperceptible smile. The kind you don't perform. The kind that slips out naturally. And within hours, the internet exploded. Fan edits. Reaction threads. Deep analysis videos breaking down every second of that interaction. The hashtags started trending globally. Names like Dilraba, Dilmurat, Chen Feiyu, and even hidden relationship began dominating conversations across platforms. But what truly fueled the fire was what came next. Neither of them denied it. In an industry where agencies move quickly to shut down rumors, the silence was loud. No clarification. No distancing. Just nothing. And sometimes, silence says more than words ever could. Fans began connecting even more dots. Similar schedules, overlapping circles, subtle social media activity that seemed unrelated until you looked closer. And suddenly, everything felt interconnected. But with every new theory, came growing tension. Because this isn't just any pairing. Dilraba's fandom is massive, protective, passionate, and Chen Feiyu's fanbase just as intense. The idea of these two worlds colliding isn't just exciting, it's complicated. Some fans are celebrating, calling it a visual couple destined to dominate headlines. Others are cautious, questioning whether this could hurt their careers. And then there are those who refuse to believe it at all. Because if it's real, everything changes. And just when emotions reached their peak, another layer of this story began to unfold. One that no one was fully prepared for. Behind the glamour, the edits, and the viral moments, there's a deeper question no one can ignore. What happens when two stars like Dilraba Dilmurat and Chen Feiyu step beyond the lines drawn by the industry? Because this isn't just about chemistry anymore. It's about timing, image, pressure. Dilraba stands at a point in her career where every decision carries weight. She represents not just herself, but brands, projects, and an entire global audience. A confirmed relationship could shift public perception in ways that are hard to predict. And Chen Feiyu, he's still rising, still building, still navigating a career that's constantly under scrutiny. Any association, especially one this high-profile, could redefine his trajectory overnight. Which makes the situation even more delicate. Because if what fans are seeing is real, it means they're choosing to exist in a space where every glance is analyzed, every moment is dissected, and every silence becomes a headline. And yet, despite all of that, they haven't stepped back. No visible distancing. No forced separation in public appearances. No attempt to completely erase the narrative. If anything, the connection feels unchanged. And that's what keeps fans watching. Not because they want confirmation, but because they're searching for truth in the smallest details. A look, a pause. A moment that feels too real to ignore. And maybe, that's the most powerful part of this entire story. Because sometimes, the most genuine emotions are the ones that are never officially revealed. And just when you think you've figured it all out, you realize there's still so much we don't see. In a world where everything is curated, controlled, and carefully presented, moments like these feel rare. Unfiltered, unplanned, uncertain. Dilraba Dilmurat and Chen Feiyu may never confirm what fans are hoping for. They may continue to walk this line between reality and speculation, leaving behind nothing but fragments for the world to piece together. But maybe, that's what makes it so captivating. Because it reminds us of something simple. That even in an industry built on performance, there are still moments that feel real. Moments that can't be scripted. And whether this story turns out to be love, friendship, or just a beautiful illusion, one thing is certain. The world is watching. And somehow, we can't look away. So what do you think? Are Dilraba Dilmurat and Chen Feiyu hiding something real? Or is this just another perfectly crafted illusion? Drop your thoughts below. And if you felt that tension too, don't forget to subscribe. Because the next moment it might change everything.